Ahoy there, my name is Beth, and this is the story of how I renovated my 1904 Dutch sailing barge. This week was the first of a three-part special looking back at all of the progress we made in a year. So back in 2020 I bought this boat, Hope of Valvart, and in early 2021 I started working on the boat. When I bought her she looked roughly like this, although she needed a lot of tidying up. So this was a video that I actually took when I came to view the boat. We were going to take the boat out for a sea trial, but we eventually couldn't get out of the marina. But I had a good look around, and I fell in love with the aft windows, and you can see the old sofa and the galley as well. And this is the view down the passageway and the old wood burning stove. And I often look at this video and kind of miss the boat. It looks really cute here, but of course I needed to do such large structural work that I just couldn't have kept things. And it gave me a good chance to redo everything, and it also enabled me to check things like the insulation when there was a lot of damp in there, so that was good to check. This was the old bedroom. It was very small but cozy, and next to it was the bathroom, and the bathroom had the real toilet, flushing toilet and shower, and this was the half height section. But of course, the most important thing is that Bertie felt comfortable, so I brought him for the viewing as well, and he settled in perfectly. So just before Christmas 2020 we moved on board, and because this was 2020, of course, we had the pandemic. So we made the best of it and had our first Christmas on board. We did see some friends though. The plan initially was going to be living with the boat for a while and just kind of seeing how I got on. But me being me, I started getting stuck in and start pulling things to bits. I'm actually getting around to cleaning things out now. So we're going to have a look at under the bow down here. This is what the forward cabin, if you like, used to look like. It was quite dirty and it was quite cramped, and of course the ceiling was quite low. This was on the very first day I started removing the lining of the boat. The first few pieces started coming off okay, but I was to have a good couple of months probably removing this lining, just slowly but surely removing it piece by piece. It took about a week to strip out all of the forward section here. This is the view in the other direction, and you can still see the mast counterweight there. As you can see, the roof was really low here. And this is when I found out the gas boiler wasn't connected to the flue as well. Bit dangerous. So it took a good few weeks, but finally we got there. This is what an entirely empty barge looks like. It was a huge amount of work, and actually I was exhausted, but I was really proud that we'd actually got all of this stripped out and all cleaned up. And the boat felt really big by this point. However, you can still see that the ceiling here, or at least the deck, was very low. So I have to crouch quite a lot to get under here. And we come back through what will be the bathroom. And you can see the ceiling is still quite low. And then it lifts up here. Those windows are great though. So we were finally ready to leave the berth and head upriver to the yard. It's really nice to see all of the rigging and the mast and boom and everything on board. And just on the foredeck there you can see the lee boards, which will be going back on again. And that's the huge counterweight that used to be there. This was one of the first times I properly steered the boat, so I kind of wanted to get an idea of how she steered with no steering input at all. Somebody asked me what I was talking about here, and we were just talking about getting large barges through narrow bridge arches. That's almost a poem. And now here we are turning off the Thames into the yard. And we arrived safe and sound. This is where the boat will be left for the next couple of months. So me and Bert headed up to Northumberland for a couple of months. Well, I remember that time well enough, but next time we're going to visit the yard. I'll see you then.